Welcome! I am Sarah, here to do some yoga, and this will be a blended practice, the tools of yoga and the scriptures together. The focus for this practice is in the small and simple, and that stems from Alma 37 verses 6 and 7, and that by small and simple things, great things are brought to pass. So we'll be working through a small and simple practice that can be done as a beautiful, gentle morning flow, or a great way to wind down, or even take a pause in the day for just a few moments. Let's begin. A mat is a beautiful place to begin, and we'll just start on all fours today. And just closing the eyes, feeling that awareness of the spine, curling the toes under, and then letting the feet flatten. Curling those toes under and pushing them into the earth, noticing their place. And then letting the feet flatten and press the tops of those feet into the earth. Let's awaken the breath, inhaling and exhaling. And then using that next inhale to draw space throughout the spine, lengthening from the crown of the head to the tailbone, curling those toes under. And then exhaling, rounding the spine. Feeling that cat. Inhaling, flattening the tops of the feet. Bringing up to cow. Depending on our wrists and how they're awakening in this practice, we might notice the opportunity to maybe take one hand, place it in a different direction. Maybe reverse that palm, bring it towards those knees. Maybe the other palm reverses towards those knees. And centering both those hands, centering the spine. And just for a moment, opening up from the side body, gazing over the left shoulder. Gazing over the right. Loosening our grip on whatever we might be holding tight to. And releasing back into child's pose, those big toes together, knees nice and wide. Just opening up space throughout the body. Gently walking over to the right diagonal, crossing the left hand over the right. And just melting the body in this length. Centering up, back into the centered child's pose. And then shifting ourselves forward. Resting those hands underneath the shoulders. Nice kneeling plank and lowering down. Inhaling to the sky. Cobra. Exhale, palms press in, bellies and hips lift. Reaching back. And then let's walk over to that left side, balancing ourselves out. In this moment, noticing that small and simple focus on the breath, really opens and awakens ourselves. Shifting forward. Lifting up, cobra. Exhale, press. Lift belly and hips. Back into child's pose. From here, going back into the tabletop position, curling the toes under, and lifting the knees, feeling the fire and heat in our bodies. Keeping a deep knee bend, and as if someone was grabbing us on either side of the hips, we're just reaching back. Deep knee bend, tiger dog. Inhaling back to floating table. Exhaling. Maybe we use this breath to offer an intention. Gratitude for the good. And then extending the legs, feeling that downward facing dog, pedaling through those feet, engaging through the low belly, allowing that spine to open. Placing the head between the ears. Of course the head's going to be between the ears, but placing the head between either side of the arms. Those ears are in alignment with those upper arms. Just feeling the body melt into the space and then walking the toes forward. Lengthening in the spine for just a moment, and those knees can stay as bent as our backs of the legs need them to be. But then we'll release down into the fold and let the head shake no, shake yes, and just release and soften, feeling that stretching sensation from the crown of the head all the way down the spine to that tailbone. Lifting the toes and planting them back into the earth, bringing that breath into the grounding space that we're in. Nice and easy, one vertebra at a time, rolling. Coming up. And letting ourselves stand in mountain pose. Really grounding those feet. Nice strong energy coming through those palms, like we could just grab onto it. Lifting those shoulders and then releasing them down and back, letting that heart open. And just breathing this heart opening space. Keeping those eyes closed. Maybe they softly float open. Interlacing those fingertips behind, drawing the wrists together and extending the arms, gazing upwards into the sky. Feeling those feet on the ground, head lengthening up towards the sky. Soft bend in the knees, hinging from the hips, and just letting the body, again, come into the forward fold. Those
Hands are expanded behind us, drawing those wrists together. Maybe even using elbow to elbow grip is a beautiful option. And then long in the fold, we look out along the horizon, and just like the sun gently rises, we're gently rising ourselves up, 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 nice and gradual. Letting those hands go, reaching up towards the sky. Interlacing the fingertips, palms pressing up towards the sky. Feeling a purpose in this breath right here. And letting those fingertips float back to the side body. Again, closing those eyes if they aren't already there. And take a few breaths. Gratitude for this moment. And then visualize something small in nature. And by itself, it doesn't offer what seems to be too much. It doesn't seem to offer much significance. But when placed and multiplied over and over, its purpose in this place is miraculous. Rumi said, "You are not one drop in the ocean. You are the ocean in one drop." Take a moment and maybe just soak in those drops, those good drops that you already offer. Those small grains of sand. Time and time again. And with this next breath, go within and ask that inner space, what are those small, what's the next small drop that you can offer today? What small grain of sand can you cultivate and create today? Let whatever comes to mind be your invitation to act today. Small and simple. The light within me honors you.